Welcome, everybody. Are you ready? Bismillah. As Wellesley women, it has always been expected of us to strive our utmost, to be the best that we can be. Time and time again, since the speeches of Orientation Week, we've been told that we can go wherever we dream of going, that we can overcome any obstacle to reach the summit. We are women who will. Now, I don't doubt this for a second. But I want to make sure that in seeking to reach the heights, I never forget where I once was and how I got here. And I hope that as we all await our diplomas today, we all remember where we came from and how we got here today. So now let me tell you my story. Apparently, I'm going to be one of the first legally blind students to graduate with a science degree. And I'm not telling you this to be boastful, but trust me when I tell you it wasn't always expected for me. When I was 7, I was diagnosed with macular degeneration and Conrad dystrophy. Doctors predicted that I'd be completely blind. Currently, I have no vision in my right eye, but I do have some vision in my left eye. During a summer trip to Lebanon, my mom and my uncle, Khalid Fuad, Allah yarhamu, took me to one of the most prestigious eye doctors in Beirut. I remember that day so clearly. My mom came out and she was crying. And my uncle told her that he would go to the ends of the world to help us out. Now, it wasn't until later that I had found out that that doctor had told my mom that it wasn't worth spending a penny on my education because I was going to be blind anyways. But as my life went on to prove, it wasn't I who had limited vision, but he. I've been blessed to be surrounded by individuals who have believed in me. First and foremost, my parents. My parents gave up their dreams of going back to Lebanon so I can stay here and become educated. My mom would stay up all night going through projects with me, and my dad would literally wake up at the crack of the dawn to go through math and physics questions with me. But the list doesn't stop there. There have been many individuals who have been instrumental to my success. As I await my diploma, I fully realize that I would not have been able to make it onto this stage today if it wasn't for the help of many individuals who have aided me every single step of the way. From my fellow classmates who would read to me on a daily basis, to my professors who would regularly meet with me and go over concepts and were willing to adjust their teaching techniques, I was never alone in my journey. If it weren't for these individuals, family, friends, faculty, staff, and even strangers along the way who took time out of their lives and ambitions, I would not have been able to graduate with all of you today. The kindness and generosity have inspired me to strive to help others. As I approach the end of my time here, I see, or sense, to be more accurate, many of my supporters around me, and I would not have wanted it any other way. As I share with you my story, I want you to reflect upon your own story. Because the truth is, no matter how independent we imagine ourselves to be, we've all been on the receiving end of someone else's kindness and generosity. Every single one of us sitting here today has a story, a set of goals and ambitions that drives us. Some of these goals have been achieved, like waiting here today for our diplomas. Some have yet to be realized. But surely though, just like there have been individuals who have helped me get to this day, there are individuals who have helped you. family, friends, faculty, staff, and even perhaps an invisible hand have all played a role to making this day possible. Sometimes, though, to be honest with you, we get so caught up in our own ambitions and our own struggles that we don't notice people around us. We don't notice those who have helped us, and we don't notice those who need our help. We become so self-absorbed and oblivious to those whose struggles are much greater than our own. And we become so consumed in our drive that we might even avoid or look down upon those who don't measure up to our definition of success. But I've come to realize that as Wellesley women, we don't only achieve what we put our minds to, but we do so while helping others achieve their own goals. For how else can we claim to living by our own motto, non ministrari sed ministrare, not to be served unto, but to serve. So let me tell you now a story. This past spring break, Wellesley College sent a group of students to Utah, to the annual American Chemical Society meeting. And I happened to be one of these students. On my way there, I had a connecting flight in Denver. So I was sitting in the airport, growing kind of thirsty, and I asked a lady, a stranger, where I can find a water fountain. Next thing I knew it, she had bought me a water bottle. I asked her, how much did it cost so I can pay her back? You know what she said to me? She said, you can pay me back by buying somebody else a water bottle. Now, I can't share enough with you how much her words struck me. I've realized from this simple incident that it doesn't take something phenomenal to make a significant impact. But something simple as buying a water bottle to your fellow human being, or even planting a seed, is enough. Done selflessly, a small gesture can have a powerful rippling effect. So during my time in Denver, while I was discovering the power of generosity, a fellow Wellesley sister was flying down to Costa Rica. She was volunteering her time farming for a local community. Now, she's not going to be awarded for spending her free time toiling away in the hot sun, planting seeds that she most likely will not see the fruits of. But she did what we all should do, offering to lend a helping hand to those in need of support, to our fellow human beings, to make a difference in any way possible. Let us ask ourselves, as we embark into the real world, how happy can we be if all we do is concentrate on our own ambitions and our own goals and don't notice anyone around us? Is this a life worth living? Do you want to grow older and look down and remember that you only concentrated on your own interests? Or do you want to remember that you have helped your fellow human beings and reaped the harvest of seeds that have been planted not only for your success, but for the success of others? Among the quotes that have inspired me throughout my time here at Wellesley has been a quote by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. It's been actually in my signature, part of first class for the past 4 years. So this is how it goes. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Now, I hope we can all leave footprints on the sands of time, whether they be big or small. And yes, I bet one of us might find the cure for cancer. And that would be an amazing achievement. But I've come to realize that's not the only way to make a difference. Giving a helpful hand, or even just a smile, is, in my faith, an act of charity. Take it from me, it matters. An act of kindness or generosity goes a long way, and these are the acts that brought me here today, and for that, I thank all of you, class of 2009. Congratulations, class of 2009. Thank you. Thank you, Mama and Baba. Thank you, Pam, Katie, Sana, Salma. Thank you, Professors Mala, Armanag and Flick, Nolan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Najiba. Thank you, everyone. And actually, before I leave, I have something for the president. Where's President Kim Bottomley? I have a water bottle that I have bought for you for the symbolism. I hope you enjoy the water.